the heart of the village of Tawancho, where the sun sets in a blaze of orange over rolling hills, stood the most magnificent mansion anyone had ever seen. This wasn't a typical village home. It was a fortress of glass and marble, surrounded by lush gardens of purple jacarandas and a swimming pool that sparkled like a sapphire. This was the home of the Okatas, the wealthiest family in the region. Marie was the center of this world. At 19, she was stunning beautiful, but her beauty was masked by a permanent bout of boredom. She lived in a suit that smelled of expensive French perfume, cluttered with designer shopping bags and the latest gadgets. While her 6 brothers were raised with discipline by Mr. Okato, Marie was different. To her mother, she was a porcelain doll. One morning, the tension in the house reached a breaking point. Mr. Okato stood by the floor-to-ceiling windows, watching Marie's red sport car peel out the driveway, kicking up dust over the village children walking to school. "She hasn't even brushed her own hair today, Sarah," Mr. Okato said, turning to his wife. "They made her to do it while Marie played on her phone. We are raising a statue, not a woman." "She is my only daughter," Mrs. Okato replied defensively, sipping her tea. "I want her to have the life I've never had. I want the best for her." "The best isn't a life without a spine," he warned. "Pride and laziness are shadows that grow longer as the sun sets." Later, when her time to join university came, Marie took her arrogance to the city. She lived in a high-rise penthouse far from the dusty roads of Tawancho. To Marie, the university was just a background for her Instagram photos. One afternoon, her roommate, Amina, a girl who worked 3 jobs just to afford her books, found Marie tossing a stack of textbooks into the trash. "Marie, what are you doing? Those are the materials for the final exams," Amina exclaimed. Marie laughed. "Ha ha ha," checking her gold-plated watch. "Amina, darling, why study when I can pay? I've already sent gifts to the lecturers. My father's money writes my exams. Now, move. My Uber is here for the yacht party." "But Marie," Amina said softly, "money can buy a grade, but it can't buy the knowledge. What happens when the money isn't there?" Marie didn't even look back. Money is always there. A sudden storm dawned to Mr. Okato's family. The lesson came not with a whisper, but with a crash. During her second year, a massive financial investigation hit her father's business empire. Overnight, his bank accounts were frozen. The mansion in Tawancho was seized by the government anti-corruption unit. The red sport car was towed away by the anti-corruption police to the government yard. Marie was at a luxury spa when her credit card was declined. Then the second card, then the third. She called her mother, frantic. "Mom, my cards aren't working. I am embarrassed in front of everyone." Through the phone, she heard her mother sobbing. "Marie, it's all gone. Your father, the business. We are moving to our grandmother's old farm. We have nothing left." It It was a bitter reality that dawned on Marie. A week later, Marie stood in front of a small, mud-walled hut with a rusted tin roof. The air didn't smell like perfume. It smelled of rain and wood smoke. Her designer heels sank into the soft mud. She had a test the next day, a real one, overseen by an external examiner who couldn't be bribed. She sat at a tiny wooden table, staring at a blank notebook. She realized with horror that she didn't know how to learn. She didn't know how to work. She didn't even know how to wash her own clothes, which now sat in a dirty pile in the corner. Her mother sat on a low stool, peeling potatoes with trembling hands. "I'm sorry, Marie. I thought I was loving you, but I was only making you weak." Marie looked at her soft manicure hands. For the first time in her life, the queen felt like a beggar. That's the end of my story. Thank you for watching. If you liked our story, give us a thumb. For more videos, make sure you subscribe to our channel and tell us where you are watching from. From our story, we learned the following lessons. First, a tree that is never shaken by the wind develops shallow roots. Second, money is a shadow that can disappear when the sun goes down. But character and skill are the light that stays with you in the dark. Third, pride builds walls, but hard work builds bridges. Write the lessons you have learned from our story in the comment section below.